all the time. Can I go with you? We don't have a place for them to go.
A family forced to live out of their car after a fire destroys their home.
I'm sure there's been plenty of people that have been suffering by the hands of these guys, and they need to be confronted. This needs to end. This is unfair.
Their fight to rebuild turning into a battle with the insurance company and a questionable contractor.
I had recommended that they not hire them, yes.
Tonight, ABC 57 News investigates.
The reason I'm here is Paul and Tameka. Are you under one roof construction?
How do you protect yourself from contractors looking to make a quick buck on your disaster, leaving you with no home to move into? Our Michiana Problem Solver, Kevin Warmhold, attempts to help an Osceola couple fight that very battle.
I served this country for 4 years in the Marine Corps. Then I worked the streets of New York with the NYPD for 17 years. Now I'm here to serve you. I'm Kevin Warmhold, and I'm Michiana's Problem Solver. Searching for a contractor to rebuild your home is no easy task. Several boxes need to be checked, like insurance, public adjusters, the mortgage company. The mortgage company also has certain guidelines that have to be met before writing contractors checks. But as one local family discovered, the criteria in place may need to be fixed. Paul Franklin and Tameka Pittman moved into this home in Osceola with their 2 kids in 2008. On November 5th, 2019, everything changed. Paul had left with their daughter to go to the store. Tameka was home alone with their quadriplegic son. She was letting the dogs out when an electrical fire started inside the house.
I'm gonna put my arms under his arms. And I don't remember how I got him out or lifted him up or anything, and I got him out the house.
The family got placed into a hotel and started the rebuilding process with the insurance company. Farmers Insurance issued a check to Midland Mortgage for $165,402.89, an amount that seemed too low to Paul and Tameka given what they lost. Paul and Tameka decided that they needed help. They hired Sean Blank, owner of Paladin Insurance Advocates. His job was to help negotiate the claim with the insurance company.
I'm an advocate for the insured. I do the estimates. I do the estimates on the structure, on the contents. On this particular job, I helped find the house that they were staying in.
Sean conducted his own inspection of the property. He believes that the house was unsalvageable and the insurance company should be giving more money towards the rebuild. But the amount remained the same.
This house was burnt beyond living in. There was no reconstruction process that could have ever rebuilt the home that was there.
Sean also recommended a few different contractors. Tameka and Paul selected one, and the demolition finally began 1 year later after the fire in December of 2020. The mortgage company paid for the demolition work, but then the contractor that Paul and Tameka picked to rebuild their home backed out. So Tameka went back to the list of builders that Sean had given her and selected John Bray of Under One Roof Construction.
We were doing a job in Kokomo. I ran into this guy. He was, seemed that he was doing a pretty good job, and he was recommended from a person down there.
We worked with John Bray for months, for a while, and we got all the way into the permit, and he gave all his credentials to our mortgage company that he needed to rebuild our home. Got the everything he needed, and our mortgage company sent us out a check for $55,000, which he requested for him to get started.
On June 24th, 2021, John Bray Sr., John's father, came to pick up the check. It was cashed the next day, but then
just ghosted.
He would not answer his phone at all. I emailed him, texted him, I wrote on his business page.
I checked into the Bray's business records on the Indiana Secretary of State website and noticed a pattern. One Roof Restoration and Construction LLC was dissolved back on March 5th, 2022. John Bray Jr. had another business, JB&C Services, from 2015 to 2018. That dissolved on March 5th of 2018, the same day 4 years earlier. And now there's a new business, Bray & Son LLC, listed in the name of John Bray Sr. in Kokomo, Indiana. So I decided to take a drive and talk to the Brays myself to try and get some answers. John Jr. was the first stop. There was no one at the registered business address for the dissolved, under-one-roof construction, which looked to be John's home residence. I spoke with one neighbor who informed me he thought John worked at the pet store. Next step was John's father. I wanted to ask him about picking up a check from Paul and Tameka. Kevin Warmhold, ABC 57 News. I'm looking for John Bray. John Bray Sr. The woman who answered the door was John Bray Sr.'s sister. She didn't want our conversation recorded, but told me that her brother and nephew didn't own a construction business. Before I headed back to South Bend, I tried to speak to John Bray Jr. one more time. He pulled up as we arrived.
The reason I'm here is Paul and Tameka. Are you under one roof construction? Okay. So you gonna? Can you tell your side of the story? You don't want to tell it to us? All right.
We gave John an opportunity to explain himself, but he declined.
This was our home. We don't have anything left. What we had was here. It's gone.
Right.
It's hard. We hopping hotel to hotel. We still take our son. We shove him around. He have a hospital bed that he a lot of medical equipment that we have to take with us. It's unfair that we have to go through this, or anybody. Should nobody have to endure what we have been going through.
At this point, Paul and Tameka don't know if they'll ever get their money back that they gave under one roof construction to rebuild their home. I met up with Tameka and guided her on filling out a consumer complaint with the Office of the Indiana Attorney General, with the hope of getting an official investigation into this matter. The couple's lawyer informed me that there is a suit filed against Farmers Insurance, looking to get more money for the rebuild. In studio, Kevin Warmhold, ABC 57 News.